Imagine this. You're a first-time parent of a 6-month-old girl. It's been 3 hours since you've seen your daughter, and immediately you can tell that something is wrong.
I knew within 20 seconds that this was not a normal crying baby.
You noticed right away.
Right away.
That's the way Camdyn Cahill describes his daughter Camdyn on July 25th of 2013. He picked her up from Pleasant Day School in Monongalia County and noticed something wasn't right. Her arm was dangling. She was crying and upset, and anytime you touched the arm, Camdyn would begin to cry.
This was a dramatic cry. Within 5 minutes, I had diagnosed that there was something very wrong with her left arm.
I reached down to give her a bottle, and she didn't move her left arm. She went to reach with it with her right arm, but she wouldn't move her left arm.
Her arm was broken, but that night, concern for their daughter turned into a different kind of concern and even fear. Doctors realized that Camdyn's injury was a spiral fracture, leading them to believe that the injury was deliberate. So Veronica Cahill asked to see the video footage of her daughter's room at the school, but the administration balked at that proposition.
They indicated that I was not going to be able to come in and review the video. They said that they were having problems getting in to see the video the entire evening that the injury occurred.
According to the Cahills, the school never told them about their daughter's injury. Was it a simple mistake, negligence, or something worse? If you ask the Cahills, they'd go with something worse.
The following morning, I called them. As soon as they opened, they said that they still had not received the video, that they still had not been able to review the video. And finally, at about 10:30 in the morning, the administration informed me that they were able to review the video. They didn't see any incident, any injury, nothing occurred on the video, in their opinion.
That's when the Cahills sought different action, and Child Protective Services got involved. And what they found has brought criminal charges against a teacher, Stephanie Weiss. According to the Cahills, it's also brought with it a hornet's nest of other allegations about the school they entrusted with their daughter. After an investigation by the IIU Division of Child Protective Services, the Cahills were finally able to see the video footage of Camdyn's room. Teacher Stephanie Weiss hadn't even been with the school for 90 days, still in a probationary period. Veronica Cahill described what she saw in the video in tearful fashion.
And then you see her reach down into the crib, and you can see some abrupt movement, and then you can see our daughter start to cry and really kick her legs, and you realize that that's when the injury occurred.
The CPS report pulled no punches. It placed the blame firmly on the teacher, but as we discovered earlier, the school said that in their opinion, nothing wrong had occurred. In fact, Weiss wound up teaching for another day before CPS investigator Matt Croft told the school that Weiss had to be placed on suspension.
He very, very quickly and very confidently determined that there was mishandling of the infant when he reviewed the video.
Tyler Slavey represented the Cahills in civil court, and he placed the blame firmly on the institution, saying that owner Craig Edmund had been more concerned about his profits than with the welfare of the child that investigators said was hurt under the roof of his school. The Cahills were in full agreement. And it seems the CPS report was too. In certain areas, the report describes that Mr. Edmund seemed to focus on the monetary issues surrounding the case rather than the safety of the child. The report goes on to say that Mr. Edmund did not seem concerned for Camdyn or the safety of the other children. Mr. Edmund seemed more concerned for the financial status of the center.
What was pretty clear to me in this case is just that Pleasant Day schools have gotten so big that they don't know what's going on everywhere. It was reckless, and it was just a lack of institutional control.
We want the parents to know what happened. We want the parents who send their children to this daycare or who think about sending their children to this daycare to know what happened.
The Cahills believe the school, at the very least, was in the wrong in how they handled the situation, and they want other parents to be aware of what happened to them. Still, they feel fortunate that their daughter is safe and sound and now a happy 2-year-old. Reporting for 5 News, I'm Alex Wiederspiel.